If you were in the middle of watching Netflix's popular show Squid Game and was wondering what the heck this is, you're not alone.
What is that?
It's called honeycomb candy in the show, but it's better known as dalgona. But where does it come from? Is the game from the show real? And can you guess which ingredients are used to make dalgona? Honey, sugar, corn syrup, baking soda. Keep watching while we so delicately, crack away at the answer. There's a reason that Kang Se-byuk, or number 067, doesn't know what she's seeing when she peers down from the vents in episode 3 of Squid Game. Coming from North Korea, she's never eaten this sugary South Korean treat. But Sang-woo knows. We can guess that he ate a lot of dalgona in his childhood, because this treat first popped up in South Korea sometime between the 1950s and 60s. These were hard times in South Korea. The Korean War had ended in 1953, leaving both sides devastated. And between 1945 to 1961, the U.S. sent $3.1 billion in aid to South Korea. Part of this money was used to create a manufacturing industry, and this industry starred 3 products. They were cloth, flour, and sugar. The country's first major sugary refinery was built in 1953 by Lee Byung-chul, founder of Samsung. It could spit out 25 tons of sugar a day, which was given to the war-torn country. Built in the seaside city of Busan, residents claim that the first dalgona was also made here. Makes sense to me. Wherever it was made first, dalgona became a hit. South Koreans didn't have access to a lot of ingredients, so they had to make do with what they had. And in this case, they had sugar. Street vendors would set up their coal briquettes near parks and schools to make and sell dalgona to children. If someone managed to break away the outside of the candy without cracking the inner shape, they could win a free candy, or sometimes even money. It's a tempting challenge, and it's cheap to play. A dalgona costs around 2,000 won, or $1.69. Want to try this challenge yourself? You can make it at home. All you need is sugar and baking soda. So if you answered honey or corn syrup,
then you failed the test.
Just kidding. We're not like these Squid Game dudes.
You scared me.
Back to making your very own dalgona. Just melt a bit of sugar, around 1.5 tablespoons per candy, then add a couple pinches of baking soda. The baking soda will start to quickly foam, so you have to stir it constantly until it turns into a delicious caramel goo. Pour it out onto some parchment paper, press it, add a shape, and there you go. Now you can try your luck at this tricky game, without risking your life. Which is good because keeping delicate hard candy from cracking looks difficult. Can you guess how many dalgonas were made for Squid Game? Candy maker An Young-hoi and his co-workers in Seoul supplied 700 candies for the show. Wonder how many the actors went through. For the majority of South Koreans, eating dalgona has become a nostalgic blast from the past. Its popularity as a street food dwindled in the 2000s, and you'll no longer find vendors outside of schools. But Squid Game has made it popular again, at least momentarily. And listen, if pure sugar isn't your thing, I get it, don't worry. We have a ton of different food for you to explore. So why don't you check out another episode of Origins of Food? That's right, off you go.